Unfortunately, I think a lot of us have trimmed cards and slabs in our collection. I have a few that are suspicious, and maybe I have even more that I'm just ignorant of. But I did highlight a few, knowing what I know now, basically. And so I know there's been a lot of news lately about one particular individual coming out and showing how to do it. It's nothing new. He's been doing it for years. In fact, I think it was over on Blowout, maybe 5 years ago or so. It came out that he was doing a lot of trimming of this particular card and getting tens on it in quantity. This Trout from 11 Tops update. Now, you know, mine jiggles in the case. Does that mean it's trimmed? Is it a tolerance thing with the inner well? I mean, I'll never know. But certainly I'm suspicious of it, you know, knowing what I know now. And you could probably find that thread somewhere. But actually, I think it might have been, I'm pretty sure it was Blowout. Could have been on the PSA forums. But anyway, the guy's been doing it forever. So it's not like it's something that just is brand new. And I can only control so much, right? I mean, there was a time, everybody knows, or a lot of people know the trimming scandal, PWCC, and all the bad actors associated with that. I believe it was 2018 or so. And as a result, I refused to do business with them. Now I'm nothing. I mean, I'm but a nano peso of revenue to somebody like them. But it was just a matter of, well, what can I control? And I can control who I buy from and what I buy. All right. And, honestly, I let a lot of cards go by that I wanted, just because they're the only ones that seem to have them. But I wasn't going to do business with them. So things I can control, I really can't get upset over. Things I can't control, nothing I can do about it. This one here, oh God, I was disappointed to learn that when the list of trimmers were exposed and there's a forensic analysis of the slabs and this, that, and the other. Once one person came up and I thought, man, that name sounds familiar. And so I went back to my eBay purchase history, and lo and behold, I found out that this card was purchased from said known trimmer. And I'm not going to put him on full blast, and this one also definitely jiggles in the hand in the case. This particular card has an interesting story with my collecting. The first copy I bought was an 8, and I think I paid close to $800 for it, whenever that was, right? Maybe like 2016-ish time frame. And I had the card for several months, and then one day, I don't know what it was I was doing, but I decided to take my thumbnail and run it along the ultrasonic weld here, and the case separated. So I was like, uh-oh. So I put it in a submission to get reholdered, and then PSA called me after a period of time and said, hey, this card you got is not an 8, it's a 4. I was like, oh, that's wonderful. Again, several months had gone by, but long story short is I got my money back. PayPal put some pressure on the seller, and he later apologized. And I think it helped some other people get their money back too, because they had the same situation. So I forgot who his name was, like Jeff, something Jeff was a seller ID on eBay. And so I upgraded, and I upgraded to this one from a seller that, again, I later learned is a known trimmer. So is this card trimmed? I mean, how do I verify that, right? Am I supposed to send it back to PSA and say, hey, can you reevaluate this, please? Because I bought it from a trimmer. And if I got by them the first time, wouldn't it stand to reason it gets by them again? Or maybe, I don't know. That's the sad reality of the situation. And there's probably a lot more cards in my collection that could be very well have been altered or doctored to get a higher grade. And this last one, I have no evidence whatsoever. I just, I guess I'm paranoid about, how much space the card takes up within the holder itself. And it's a card I was looking for a period of time. And, another thing too is how does a card that's so old survive in such nice condition? So it's this Campanella. But what the first thing was that I noticed was, again, because I'm paranoid, this gap along the top between the border and the inner well. Now, it doesn't jiggle, but I don't know. Could this card be trimmed? again, it's so old. How did it stay in such nice condition all those years, right? I mean, I know that it's possible. And again, I'm playing devil's advocate, but in light of recent developments, and especially over the last few years with what the guys over at Blowout with their forensic analysis and this comparison of slabs and the print marks, this, that, and the other things going from like a 6 to an 8 or a 5 to a 9 or whatever. I don't know, it makes you wonder. But I guess what can you do as a collector? You just kind of turn a blind eye, and then just focus on what you can control, right? And that is, I will no longer buy, from people that have been outed as sketchy. And hopefully what I am buying are from honest sellers. And, I guess it's really up to the grading companies to do a better job at catching this stuff, right? But anyway, it is a sad state, of affairs. Again, I was buying slab cards to ensure authenticity and zero alterations, but now it doesn't really matter anymore because apparently that gets through anyway. So anyway, thanks for watching. I'll talk to you later.